So you two family the Maverick in this piece one more time. Still with the best and most credible opinion, you know. Still fair and fearless analysis. I'm going to want to talk about the experience of a Jamaican citizen named George Williams today. Your name sound basic and common. George Williams. He not have the name of the 21 family or that kind of name there.
You hear that? You see Maverick set him president in another argument, huh? Maverick take argument. Got one place so me even when I pray. Or Tracey I pray classes him. Cause if I did anyone I 21 family member them, that happened to. Money have to run. As a matter of fact, George Williams gonna spend 50 years in a prison. Me and even wanna think about it on the level there. George Williams gonna spend 50 years in a prison for the 121 family them around Jamaica. Spend what? As they lock him up and come out. In couldn't do a prison, so worse the man have like mental challenges. You know what I say? The man have a disability. Special needs. Lock up a man in a prison. No trial, bro. 50 years. Eyes up Buchanan. I'm like a God send him. Man get free. Them sue the government. Yes, after argument the Isaac put. The man get 120 million. Yo, right now me all I wonder if the government I challenge this because Isaac win the case. You know believe I just wicked then wicked. Just like when I say, oh, the whole dirty boy, the dirty Rasta boy, George Williams, how him thinking we can get 120 million from government. I saw it look. I saw it feel. And some disgusting things, bro. Like them not have no emotional intelligence. Them just some weird people them from like we didn't even understand them, brother. It's like them not heart. Me I feel wonder if them are some reptilian or something. Them real, me I wonder if them are AI. Like the people in the government now wonder if them are AI on the JLP side. Me not tell a lie. I wanna think.
Very basic. You don't get more Jamaican than George Williams. Now this is a man, he's 79 years old. And he spent 50 years out of that 79 years in the Jamaican prison system.
Yo, the man almost spent 2/3 of his life in a prison. Wrongfully. The man almost spent 2/3 of his life in a prison. Wrongfully. What you say? King Spanish Town prison for in the 70s until now, bro. No, he's mentally sick. Oh, your brother? Yeah, there. Them environment, you know. You can't use it for mental health, my friend. For enhance mental health. If you don't have a strong way, I tell you, for the grace of God, keep you, you know. You're not gonna normal, you see me? You're not gonna normal.
Awaiting trial. Him have a niece who sued the state for, unlawfully have the man in jail for 50 years.
No, I just want to know this. I look upon this to show your government a Jamaica wicked for even pull that stunt there. I I go after George Williams' money. Yo, if that virgin they never have, somebody will care for him. You know saying that they are prison same way, tell him dead. As a matter of fact, 50 years when they in a prison, God make him alive same way. Time could have easily dead, you know. Me I tell her that any type of situation, he could have not be with us anymore. And then if him pass, you wouldn't even hear about him name. You see me? Incident, him not no family, no nothing. Who would have care for him? The state of Jamaica? The same state we now. Who would have care if him dead? If him dead in a prison. This is same Jamaica government, I would have care for him. Maybe next one, maybe PMP. Maybe. We have more faith in them, so them would have care. You see what I'm dealing with? There is no justice in Jamaica. Why? It appeared that way they don't. Them say the wheel of justice turns slowly. That's how we have to look to God still, David, because if you really want real justice, it have to come straight from the Creator. And that's all we need right now. We need justice in Jamaica. And we need God to come down, come, you know, lay down him finger. Because him whole hand got no, he can't hurt too much power. Just need him for waving pinky. Just need God for waving pinky finger. And just Jamaica. Because we are going too bad. Them thing ain't right, brother. This shouldn't even have been a thought. Like, you know what I mean? Them shouldn't even think, oh, say, yo, them might even try this as stunt. Madness.
She get
Madness.
the government awarded George Williams 120 million Jamaican dollars. But another the hurtful thing. Again, the wicked Jamaican state.
You hear that?
They are now channeling the award. Based on a technically, because you know what so lawyers argue, but the lawyer representing the government is arguing that Mr. George Williams I get too much money. He spend 50 years in a prison awaiting a trial. The man is now mentally disabled. Man look shaky, look like him can't walk. And the insult not done yet. The Jamaican government, them make a counter offer. Appealing to the $120 million too much. Them are offer $6 million Jamaican dollars. That's how the legal team of the government are offer the man. He spent 50 years in a Jamaican prison. Now, when the Maverick come here and burn government,
You see that?
the political tribalists them jump out. Because the Maverick can fight against this and can fight against that. Eh? But what a wicked, uncaring, corrupt system we have.
And you see, you know, Maverick still a try to maintain his neutrality by saying a wicked and uncaring corrupt system. But really the government, the individuals that are put in government makes a difference as much as how some people don't want to admit that because they want to believe say, yeah man, if I did the PMP I would have seen. No fam. No fam. Stop it. I just admit it like a good hospital. Big up Prince of Peace. No fam. That is nothing. You get me? No. Show me in which part of PMP history you see leaders well see a man in a fame situation and decides as a government say, yo, him not deserve the money there, you know. Him not deserve the money there. 50 years in a prison, you should I get $50 a year. Yo, on a regular wicked people in our government right now. No? You see all the lawyer we are work for the government and actually go and I represent the government if say them are go through with the case. Pana, me I wonder if do lawyers have a moral compass? Or you just do that because Oh, your excuses. I'm a job. I'm not telling no lie, you know. Personally, if I did me, my name I represent that case. Just off a moral, some type of moral fiber and code alone, I would have to decline in representing the government and that. If it cost me my job as a bro, and then if they fire me, you know what I mean, would I express my gross even further for the decision? Yeah, because that is, it's inhumane, it's evil. It's evil to appeal the case against George Williams. It's pure evil. And that's my opinion. The elaborate them where I watch. I might have watched the replay. You have an evil government. They're not just uncaring and wicked, them evil. It's not the system. It's not the system. The government made a decision. And who run this government? It's not PMP made that decision. No. We're gonna get to that though.
The man spent 50 years of his life in a prison awaiting trial. You know?
Trial.
For a crime where we don't know if him committed. You know?
Trial.
And this judge, when him look on the case, thank God for the man knees, you know. This judge, when him look on the case, said, no man, what was done to this man is unconscionable.
Conscionable, bro.
We cannot compensate this man for 50 years of life in a prison.
Yo, George should have gotten the least 2 million US. The least. You heard what I said? The least 2 million US. No joke, no 2 years about it. Yeah, man, at least 2 million US. You should have get. Man, them say too much, brother. 6 million. Yo, I say I love how Tracey break down this, you know. Yo, I say the man really, it's like the way I break it down, I saw me with a break it down. You know, when me dip on me, me dip on me, you know, when me dip on the topic. Sometimes something just come to me and me just a flow and me and say, yo, and I just straight to me heart. This come from the heart. This video where him do, the George Williams come from the heart. I tell you that when you just watch the man body language. A bunny man come from burn out the system, you know, brother. And the man break it down, you know, brother. Yo.
But we are giving him $120 million. Make him enjoy the rest of his days. And maybe some of children them can reap some benefits. But here...
Yeah, because here we know. Remember say you can't give back a man in time, you know, brother. You don't have the capacity to do that, you know. The man lose 50 years, bro. Them say time is money, bro. So we have say 50 years a man life, a man lose so many powerful moments he could have had in his best time of health, youth, a better quality of life. And the system stripped that away from him. 2 million US is not even enough, if I'm being fair. A few days in a prison for 50 years, unlawfully. 2 million is a slap on the wrist. Forgive a man for days in a prison for 50 years. But I understand the government now don't want to set a precedent so somebody can get 2 million US. I understand. But the 120 did alright. Did alright. Still could have gone more, but it did alright. You know? Remember, so the man are going to need a certain special level of care and so, you know what I mean?
Enjoy the rest of days, and maybe some children them can reap some benefits. But here come The government representative now saying the $120 million too much. $6 million we are offered. We can work out $6 million. Share up over 50 years.
Let's do this.
I think we calculate it. And it comes to something like $10,000 a month. For the 50.
$10,000 a month. Make me do my own calc. Can you imagine that? When me see him go calculate, I say, yo, that's something that I would do. You see me? So that's why I say the way the man I break this down, Royal Tracey, come on, man. Alright, so we have $6 million. Jamaica, not US. Alright, we have what? 50 years. 50 years. 50 times 12. Divided by 50 times 12. My bad. Wow. I $10,000 a month exactly, you know. $10,000 a month. Yo, if you have somebody in a prison for 2 years wrongfully, wouldn't you think that the premium, whatever it is I use as a monetary premium, to give him back, it should increase every year? Because the more years either equal to more trauma, more pain, more damage to the individual. Clearly the man came out and he was not well. Those are very harsh circumstances that he never want to stay at one hotel. A prison demanded there, you know? Hardcore prison. Bruh.
Every demand their prison. That all the Jamaican, I think we calculate it. And it comes to something like $10,000 a month.
Yeah.
For the 50 every demand their prison. That all the Jamaican corrupt, dirty system value the average Jamaican.
No, ladies and gentlemen, do you know that the government is not going to give, even if they did not challenge this? The man now get 120 million one time, you know? No. They're not. That even make it worse. And I like say something the man can use to uplift in quality life and standard. He wasn't gonna get the money one time. You know them no phases. And they want to give the man $6 million. Yo, God, I got to deal with them, you know? I tell you, bro. No man, them really not nice. Them really, there's something wrong with them, brother.
And them are the same average Jamaican with them kind of name, you know? George Williams. It's them same Jamaican there. Run up and down behind politician and drink them boot water and lick off them bootstrap. Yeah? The other day, me dey on the block.
Before you go up on the story about the black where him dey on, you see it? You the man say, same person like a George Williams, I only see him when I run back a politician, you know? Yeah, man, I want to uplift them and I call them on the bro, God, and oh, this lady, we can't believe the woman say, I want the conference in the JLP say, she would have sell her house and give Andrew the money and go homeless. I say, what kind of devil possesses her woman? If you even say that I think it, I actually would have do it. Eh? Man, you having good house and property and everything, and family alright, and you are planning to sell your house to make sure it's an immune election. So you're going to be homeless. Someone who will leave you sell on a house to say give offering to God. But when you are selling the house, when you see the people that worship this man, people, when you see that, when you see them people, who remember that lady there? Who said, should I sell her house? You know, me, I wonder, me, I look back at me and say, I wonder if that lady did alright. I wonder if she did drunk when she said. But I want elderly woman, she never look inebriated to me. She never looked like she, you know, she did fresh or nothing. So me really, I wonder. Because it was weird. She said that to me. But probably weird to me and those normal things with she. You know? That's cool. But yeah, man. Are them same people there. Are them same people there. Them are the George Williams of the country. Are them run back at the politician. And then when them to pay you, when they go to court, them are appeal. Oh yeah. And then they appeal, and then they appeal, and then they appeal.
Because somewhere the other day, I never go talk away. And I did a reason. There's some virgin there. And I see a man come over to me. You know what I'm saying? Call out my name and say, a long time I want to see you, you know. So I stretch out my hand to shake him hand. Because you don't know. Enough time people running on the MAGNITSKY street and when them come across like that, we just give them a handshake and say, yeah, bless up. The man said, no, I don't want to shake your hand. Long time you fight against my government. You can't stop my government and you can't stop my government. I don't know his name, but he can bet you he have a name similar to George Williams. And if the system hold him, same thing will reach George Williams and will reach him. They must.
Virgin, me say, me really want the people, them and little lab rat, them and little die-hearted people, them. You have to remember that. You have to remember that. Don't wait till it happen to you for you to care. Don't wait till it happen to you for you to listen. Any Jamaican that is abused, if you have the mentality that all of us is being abused, you know, it's not just that person. We are all connected. Once them start to abuse one away, the abuses and we they and stay some bops. We don't get abused yet, literally. They are not watch it and go and like say, we don't want to raise the voice in concert and say, no, you know, we're not going to tolerate that. Yeah, man. We're not going to tolerate that, you know. Yeah, and if it happen again, we're going to take legal action and set a precedent and rise up legally and put resources behind that. Because once we set the precedents in a court, you know, and then know say, yo, brother, when you do them things to one Jamaican and do that to all Jamaican, you say me I deal with, and we are the government, and we are telling you, say legislation have to go switch up and change. No. To make sure say them things don't ever happen again. And if it happen again, and one's don't know say, they are going to spend hard labor in a prison. I bet say when you deal with the thing that we do, people, it's going to be a deterrent for people stop abusing the citizen. When a leader knows say, if you abuse the citizen and violate the constitution, all in family can get locked up to it. All of them in a prison. You know, based off our constitution and the laws to protect the people, which is the employer, sorry. You dig? A them way there. And we have to demand those things, the things that the politician them are also Bob son. Yeah man, accountability man, yeah man. We are gonna put the things them in place. When I say Andrew sue integrity commission, brother. What do you brother? And I try to remove one section of the integrity commission after the illicit enrichment. Kawa. Man no nobody them no nobody a program them and a pressure them brother for give information about the finances, brother. So watch out. Yo, we don't really go bother with the integrity thing over here saying. Burn that, you know. We just want to do what we want for the bro. Believe. As a classism at the end of the day. They want to be the lawmakers and the law breakers. And when the law not suit them, what's up, sweet, Nick, sweet. When the law not suit them change it. See me, respect, thanks to the heart. Yeah, man. When the law not suit them change it. And that's what Andrew will require a change of the law, because he must say, yo, that part of the act, the unconstitutional. Oh, you should be the one that pass the act. Right? They with it the whole time in the debate. Give the people a high praises. Me play the audio. And me now start play the Peter Bunting quote and Jonas in the parliament. How it affect the economy when you have corruption appearing at the top of the ladder of the government. The man investigation, yo, them think there's a deterrent, bro, for investors, bro. We think some people will take the chance, but you understand what I mean? With, yeah, man, the perception of corruption index, them think they're important. From.
Must be some superior authority. We should have looked on this case and said, no, government no bother appeal. That kind of mistake, if it was a mistake, should not be made against any Jamaican citizen.
So, where my call for is a higher authority if you look upon the case and say, you know, the office of the Prime Minister, obviously, because this has nothing to do with the opposition. This decision has nothing to do with the opposition. This decision has nothing to do with the opposition. Opposition never was a part. Yeah, man, we are take one vote. We are going to debate it. Sue George Williams. No, that did not happen. This was a decision by the Andrew Owen State administration. Alright? And it had anything other than the office of the Prime Minister and then people and legislator, obviously the Prime Minister would have to be out here. Right? And if he was aware enough to look at the case, oh, George Williams, obviously already seen the paper, 50 years in prison. Oh, sad. No, man, we can't. No, man, this man deserves the 120, man. We can't. The optics of it alone would not represent what this party represents. No, this man spent 50 years in prison. He should have got more money. And then even if they wanted to challenge it, they didn't even revise the amount that they were offering. They were offering the man $6 million. Ladies, this is not a spit in the face. They defecated, they urinated. You see, all of the garbage will pile up at the hospital, then throw it in a George Williams' face. They mistake. Bro, like, seriously? Man, yo, you can't make this up, man. You can't make this up? Can't make this up. Tell me that. Hold on.
But the heartless government have the gall to appeal the award of $120 million.
Terrible.
Which is not excessive, you know. Because I don't know how you value 50 years of a man's life. How you value the suffering of a man 50 years. And up a Pegasus in there. And up a AC hotel in there. And I don't have Iberia Star, I don't have Montego Bay the man there. And at the dirty Jamaican dungeon prison, the man there, for 50 years. When we read the story, the man said, them quote the man as saying, every morning he wake up, him pray to God, say him get released from hell. That the man said. And our government representative, our government attorneys, I look on the man and say, no man, $120 million too much. You forget 6 million Jamaican worthless pop down dollars. For 50 years of life in a prison. And as we say, this is how the state treat the common Jamaican. If you may have a different kind of name, you know. Different kind of name and probably a different complexion and a different home address. He wouldn't be treated this way, you know. You think he would have? We say, if you follow the PR of governments in Jamaica, people that think that them kind of thing are not happening in Jamaica again, you know. But it's when you live in Jamaica and you know the nitty-gritty of how Jamaica full of classism, you don't understand how deep an issue like this cut to the heart of several Jamaicans who are not tribalists. Remember, some people, the man spend this should be a lesson, you know, the man should get $1 billion Jamaican dollars for send a lesson to the state. So you cannot abuse Jamaican citizens like this. But a certain Jamaican citizen you can't abuse like this. Because if it was a rich brown man with another kind of name, he would have sued them. He would have sued them and sued them and sued them and sued them. Yeah, man. So that is how government value 50 years of a man's life. 10,000 Jamaican dollar a month. For the 50 years when the man that prison. And as we say, the lawyer, me I read it in and the lawyer argue it. For the technicality, something about the puke. When we read it, my stomach sick. Sick, no one puke. When I read the story, you know. I mean the story about long time, you know. Because it been a couple of months, so I see it all over the place. But I never realize the nitty-gritty details say the government and make that kind of offer there for the man, to the man and his family. Because he's a little dirty foot black Jamaican named George Williams. That's how them view the dirty foot Jamaican. And as we say, and the same hundreds and hundreds of George Williams are run up and down behind politicians. When politicians win them seat and go in a parliament, you think them business video? Them have them bodyguard and them have them $20 million a year where them are earn. Where them take from taxpayer. And not one of them here want them out to defend the rights of the Jamaican man. Not one, God Almighty, of them. Eh? How when them have it empty, you know? Some man got jump up in my face and say, oh, you can't stop the government. Eh? That I try to show you with Jamaica people. Yeah, man. Him pray to God, say him get released from hell. That Pegasus in there. And I don't know if you tell him there. And I don't know Iberia Star, I don't know Montego Bay, the man there. And the dirty Jamaican dungeon prison, the man there, for 50 years.
That's the point there. That's one of the main point. The man was in terrible conditions for 50 years. The man never stay on one suite. He never get 5-star accommodations. It's like them now factor in the emotional trauma. This is an inconsiderate, uncaring, wicked, evil government based off this representation, to be quite honest with you. What happened?
When I read the story, the man said, them quote the man as saying, every morning he wake up, him pray to God, say him get released from hell. That
So
the man,
although the man did Ray, the man could have recognized him being a hell. I saw him describe the environment. George Williams. For those who are listening and coming through, we're talking about George Williams being sued. The case being what do you call it? Appealed the decision in court that the judge actually finalized the $120 million award for his 50 years in prison without a trial. Never was convicted. just awaiting trial for 50 years, awaiting to see a judge. Never saw a judge to defend himself. Injustice done on a man, a regular citizen of Jamaica, George Williams, and the government of Jamaica under Andrew Honest-led administration, in their infinite wisdom, decided, you know what? Him don't deserve the 120, him deserve the 6 million over the same forget. 120 is too much. Make a did Andrew Honest that up to. No, Andrew Honest sue the government for there while being the government. Wanna forget? Wanna forget say Andrew Honest sue the government while being the government? While being the head of the government. Wanna remember that? But this same government, led by Andrew Honest, decided this black Rasta man, this dirty foot Rasta man, if you can't get 120 million our money, no, not so, not under our watch. Not true, man. Man saying pray every day if God take him out of hell, and God deliver him. Don't think them prayer then the unanswered. Poor fellow. The man simply, you know, when I read, when him say when him come out of prison, I find the video.
And our government representative, our government attorneys, I look on the man and say, no man, $120 million too much. You forget 6 million Jamaican worthless pop down dollars. To 50 years of life in a prison. And as we say, this is how the state treat the common Jamaican. If you may have a different kind of name, you know, different kind of name and probably a different complexion and a different home address, he wouldn't be treated this way, you know. You think he would have? We say, if you follow the PR of governments in Jamaica, people don't think that them kind of thing don't happen in Jamaica again, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas when you live in Jamaica,
different ball game.
And you know the nitty-gritty of how Jamaica full of classism, you don't understand how deep an issue like this cut to the heart of several Jamaicans who are not tribalists. Remember, Mr. People, the man spend this.
I'll make me be clear. And the dieted people don't matter about it, you know, because only dieted people can try to attempt to defend something as indefensible as this. There's no defense for the government. Half of the things that I talk about, the government, or go in Paris, half of the things that I talk about, the government literally cannot, like, no logical person can defend the arguments that I'm posing. For the most part. For the most part. And I guess that's one of the things with me. Once I come to the conclusion about something and I see it, my job now is to have you see what I see. So the content after that is me showing you the argument that I was making before. So you can see it now. See that? So I'm constantly coming back with more evidence that I find to prove to you my point of, yo, this is what this person is. So once they give me that ammunition, I'm going to use it. The government give me all type of ammunition to talk against them because of their action. If they did things that was positive for the people, I would say positive things about them. Guys over here on Bolo and Bvrclips, nobody not hitting the like button. Come on, man. Stop it, man. Don't do that, man. Double tap the screen, man. Double tap the screen, man. No say later on lazy, I want to sleep. Double tap.
Should be a lesson, you know, the man should get $1 billion Jamaican dollars. We send a lesson to the state. So you cannot abuse Jamaican citizens like this.
You hear that? The man say man should get $1 billion. Me agree.
Should be a lesson, you know, the man should get a tribalist. Remember, Mr. People, the man spend this Should have be a lesson, you know, the man should get $1 billion Jamaican dollars. We send a lesson to the state. So you cannot abuse Jamaican citizens like this. But a certain Jamaican citizen you can't abuse like this. Because if it was a rich brown man with another kind of name, he would have sued them. He would have sued them and sued them and sued them and sued them. Yeah, man. So that is how government value 50 years of a man's life. 10,000 Jamaican dollar a month. For the 50 years when the man that prison. And as me say, the lawyer, me I read it in on the lawyer argue it. For a technicality, something about the puke. Yeah. When we read it, my stomach sick.
You hear that?
Shit. No one puke. When me...
Man, so when you read what the government argument is to try and appeal George Williams getting his money of 120 million, the man saying we have to throw up the disgustingness of it all, the despicableness of it all. These people have no heart, they have no soul. I tell you, if I was that lawyer, I would have never taken that case. Ever. I couldn't look at that case for and go, yeah man, this is right up my alley. What? Bro, you have to fire me, bro.
I read the story, you know. I mean the story about long time, you know. Because it's been a couple months on the seat all over the place. But I never realized the nitty-gritty details say the government and make that kind of offer to the man and his family. Because he's a little dirty foot black Jamaican named George Williams. That's how them view the seat dirty foot Jamaican.
Classism, yeah.
And as we say, and the same hundreds and hundreds of George Williams I run up and down behind politicians. When politicians, when them seat and go in a parliament, you think them business video? Them have them bodyguard and them have them $20 million a year where them are earn.
Remember good.
Where them take from taxpayer. And not one of them here want them out to defend the rights of the Jamaican man. And not one, God Almighty.
No. This part of it is interesting. I mean, that can be accurate still, you know, because I know the argument is probably going to be that, well, Isaac Buchanan is his lawyer, but he's also a politician. And he opened his mouth and spoke about it several times. So that's not really true. And he does represent the PMP. So we can say at least one PMP has publicly spoken about it and spoken against the government despicable approach of appealing it. Oh, maybe. Well, yeah, he was his lawyer. Yeah, he was his lawyer. So yeah, Isaac Buchanan spoke about it. So I'm not knocking or Tracey for that. He might not have seen it, and probably he's seen it, but it's not enough. And probably I consider it say, boy, I'm lying. So you know what I mean? You might expect like a Mark Williams to say something and other representatives. You understand? Probably that you might expect. And I don't think it would be unreasonable. I don't think it would be unreasonable to hear from Mark Williams. But then, at the same time, to be fair to them, there's so much going on right now outside of George Williams' case that is being dealt with by the PMP. A lot. They're very active. So basically what I'm saying is that there's a lot of storms and a lot of fires, figuratively, that they've been outing. But still, somebody should have nudged Marky G and Marky G. But then again, they want to try to say them. I don't know. I feel like they really should come out and say something about and speak up for George Williams. And just let it, bro. You know the man they want to unite, to rebuild, bro. That nah go. It's not. The JLP don't want to unite. Andrew Honest does not want to unite with no PMP. Whatever the glory is and the spoils of this catastrophe, Andrew Owen's government wants it for themselves. Whether if you say them do this or say them do that, and them are the best government ever. They're not interested in a unity. They are not interested in democracy, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. They are not. So the people suffer. The people suffer. And the angle at which, Maverick take the thing. The man take the thing to the classes in part, and although I never considered it, he's on point. He's on point.
Get it? Eh? How in the Maverick talk empty, you know?
You're vexed.
Some man got jump up on my face and say, oh, you can't stop the government. Eh? That me I try show you with Jamaica people. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
What does me say? The people are tribalists before they are Jamaicans.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like our man government in the office now, he must step to the Maverick and say, Maverick, the fight against the government, the fight against the Prime Minister. When we talk about them kind of stuff, yeah, that may show you.
Yeah, and it's sad. It shows how far removed the people are. When they listen, it's like people need to start reciting the national pledge, Yeah, man, I feel like it needs to be mandatory. Every morning I get up, recite the national pledge. Yeah. Alright. It says, before God and all mankind, I pledge the love and loyalty of my heart, the wisdom and courage of my mind, the strength and vigor of my body, in the service of my fellow citizens. This is literally being a brother's keeper. I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood and peace. Brotherhood and peace, justice. I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood and peace. Yo, I'm gonna start read this every time I start my show. I'm gonna do a recording. Anytime I do like a video and edit it on my phone, I'm gonna have that recording on it where I'm reciting this pledge. Yeah, man. I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood and peace, to work diligently and creatively, to think generously and honestly, so that Jamaica may under God increase in beauty, fellowship and prosperity, and play her part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. Eternal Father, bless our land. Right? Guard us with thy mighty hand. Guard us, protect us with thy mighty hand. Keep us free from evil powers. Be our light through countless hours. To our leaders, great defender, grant true wisdom from above. Justice, truth be ours forever. Jamaica land we love. Teach us true respect for all. Stir response to duty's call. Strengthen us, the weak to cherish. Give us vision lest we perish. Knowledge send us, Heavenly Father. Grant true wisdom from above. This starts with God and ends with God. That's the type of time Jamaica is on, The pledge and the anthem starts with God and ends with God. It says, think generously and honestly so that Jamaica may under God, increasing beauty, fellowship and prosperity, and play her part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. If Jamaica is not under God, it won't be beautiful. There will be no fellowship and prosperity. So we can play our part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. God has to be at the center of it to advance the welfare of the whole human race. Yeah, I think I need to do a short video that I'll post up in all of my videos to remind the people of the pledge. Very powerful words. A very powerful, what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Covenant. A very powerful covenant with the people of Jamaica. Well, I mean, I tell you, respect to Maverick. Nah, like, I want the G run out one and make it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, me a pass and fast. I'm come across an audio. I know me listen to after 5%. You know? What the bad people? Me a pass and fast. So me know say we have a video in my phone. No more empty promises. July 24, 2026, Kingston, Jamaica. 1 million strong we march. Arms Cash Society. Well, Arms Cash, big up yourself. I would love to see a rally or a march of that magnitude in Jamaica. I mean, that would be amazing. I don't normally come out, but that type of atmosphere, I would be there to stand with my brothers and sisters in peace. I would be there. You know what I'm saying? I would be there. Cause we are march. Cause we are marching on to progress. Time comes, sound the alarm. How we no care what the Liberites say or what they say we are. Cause we need to fight the Liberites and to set Jamaica free. We are blood and fire comrades, and we are marching to victory. Everything they broke down, we are going to build back. We are going to build back better than before. Anything they take away, we are going to bring back. We are going to set it right and restore. Time come to ease off the pressure. La Jamaica can't take no more. We are stepping out of darkness into the light and I kick down the devil's door. Cause we are marching on to progress. Time comes on the alarm. I may not care what the Liberites say or what they say we are. Cause we need to fight the Liberites and to set Jamaica free. We are blood and fire comrades, and we are marching to victory. Hey, man, I tell you, man. I tell you, God is in control, ladies and gentlemen. You see that just God and live with them? Now make them determined. Now, what may I say? What may I say, Stacey?
Is the actual entity behind her. Why is Ace Charity?
I'm asking for us.
What's your name? User 33 Unicity. Let me find her on TikTok. User 33 Unicity. Because
The real contents.
probably can get some more information. User 33 Unicity. Okay, Sarah, she is. Yeah, man, she is. So, what the video they know? I made us see how that I go back on it. How she in? How she in one blue? Okay. She in one blue shirt. She in one blue shirt. Try to. Oh, see that I did.
Please, I'm asking for assistance in locating the member of parliament for part of northern and southern Trelawney, Miss Phyllis Dalrymple. It has been almost 6 weeks since the hurricane, and persons in your constituency are saying they have not seen or heard from you. Your delegates that work with you during the election to get you nominated are going under pressure because the people them, when they use wheelchair and walker, to pull out of their house to go vote for you, they are not happy and they're frustrated and they're getting upset. Bear in mind, you go want them again. The last thing I put out in the paper was that your house roof blow up, so the people them soon see you, which that is poor excuse and that should not be an excuse why you cannot do your job.
So hold on there. Mr. Dr. Dayton Chamber roof our house get damaged. And Dr. Dayton Chamber outside for day one amongst the people there. Hey, let me tell you something. Jamaica are the people in the constituency in particular. You don't have to sorry for yourself, you know. That's the first thing. Second thing, when you're in your lowest moment, watch how people treat you. Let me say that again. Come with us. People, when you're in your lowest moment, watch how your political representatives treat you. You hear me say? Ladies and gentlemen, when you're in your lowest moment, right now Hurricane Melissa just leaked. Yeah man, we there one low moment right now, not true? Yeah man, we there one low moment right now, Jamaica. Hurricane Melissa, it's been 1 month and 3 weeks. Today are Tuesday, official at 3 weeks, 1 month and 3 weeks. You must observe how people treat you when you're at your lowest moment. This lady is calling from Marissa Dalrymple. Them can't find her. I don't mean say so. It's not me, the people in the constituency. I said, I know me, I said. Alright? Now, if she is active, you know, so them always are going to do take pictures and do videos if she active. Right? So people must say them now see this video was what? The 7th of December? That's it? Today is 16th. I hope them see you, Mr. Dalrymple. I hope that you saw this video, reached out, but the lady has your roof blew off. So you can't get somebody to deal with the roof while they do your job. The same job will pay you, so you can't fix the roof. People that we represent, yeah man. Job will pay you good. All I want to pay it good now. And Prime Minister goes straight on everybody. You know? Comfortable. Not true. So I see this is the thing. The system is set up in our way where being a politician should be performance based. Yeah man, if you're not show up for work and I get paid, brother. If you're not perform, yeah man, It's too serious if you not do it that way there. We need proper representation. This is insane. This is insane.
Please, I'm asking for assistance in locating the Member of Parliament for a part of Northern and Southern Killarney, Miss Phyllis Dalrymple. It has been almost 6 weeks since the hurricane, and persons in your constituency are saying they have not seen or heard from you. Your delegates that work with you during the election to get you nominated are going under pressure because the people them, when they use wheelchair and walker, if you pull out of their house, to go vote for you, they are not happy and they're frustrated and they...
Can you imagine? When you're in a wheelchair and politician, you see me tell you though? When you're in a wheelchair when they want to vote to get back in the power. And come phone in our house, fine, you know. And 1 month and 3 weeks after I stand in a reach back out of the yard, you don't see them. Jamaica. I say it again. Watch how your representatives treat you at your lowest moment. And even if you are not the one experiencing the lowest moment, as a wise and prudent person, you have to watch them same way how they treat other people. We are your Jamaican brothers and sisters, regardless of which party they vote for. Watch how they treat them. And just know, say, you're not special. If you think you're special, wake up. You're a dream. Hear that? Yeah, man. If them can get it, you can get it too, man. Yeah, man, we just want to know, hug up that and absorb that and make it sink in on the bone and on the consciousness, make you sleep and dream about it happen to you. But them neglect you. Pain and the horror, losing everything, and when you look, none of the representatives they want to run back at you. None. Don't Westmoreland, I think a little bit of people may hear on TV I say them not see Dr. Dayton Campbell in the early part. Not even 3 days, not even 4 days they want to pressure Dr. Dayton Campbell. 1 month and 3 and 1 month and had 1 month and 2 weeks. Uno wait before you start ball out. Uno bossy. This a video I should have make long time. Uno bossy, man. Uno bossy.
Getting upset. Bear in mind, you go want them again. The last thing I put out in the paper was that your house roof blow off, so the people them soon see you. Which that is poor excuse, and that should not be an excuse why you cannot do your job. Please go visit the constituency and do the right thing. Sir Andrew Holness, please, I'm asking you, let Miss Phyllis Dalrymple go visit her constituency and do right by her people. Coming from a diated laborite. All right.
Yo, me never listen to all of this now. I first part alone me that rimple name how much month. Coming from a die-hearted laborite. Listen to me. I don't have nothing to say now. I don't have nothing to say. The applause I get louder when me see whole on and rise up and attack the truth. Yeah, man, all I want to labor right, we used to defend and die at it. Them thing I'm want to see from. Because it happened to me now, I'm not talk soon here. Hold it. Now, hold it. Because we don't want to look bad on the party. I want to lead down now. Hold it. Take his sufferation like a bossy blur, not slave. David, I don't need to say nothing, I lie. I don't need to say nothing, bro. I might drop that, you know? As a die-hearted Bvrclips. Damn. Wow. Marissa Dalrymple. Wow. Wow. As a die-hearted Bvrclips. Mighty God.
The real contention for leadership within the Jamaica Labour Party, I gather there's about 3 camps that are there who are jacking.
Yo, big up Colin Bell. Like, we listen to what I'm going on. So. What are they? They have some new video, man. Where's the church? How are this?
So 2 gunmen slaughtered 15 people in Sydney, Australia.
Yes.
And that took place yesterday. Okay? We won't even call the names of the individuals. But we are seeing that they targeted Jewish people attending a particular event. Okay? 15. And the gunmen, the report is that they pledge allegiance to the Islamic State group, while ISIS flags or Islam flags were reportedly found in their car. Okay? Yes. That's what we are seeing. And there is quite a bit of information that is available, so you could do your research on same. So there is talk now that there is no tolerance for anti-Semitism and so on. But friends, we have been letting you know it's going to rise. We are in that time. Word of prophecy. So what do? We have to go out, evangelize, go out and pray, because in praying, the Lord will use our prayers and intercession to shut down and to cancel, to nullify, to neutralize, to convert. Our weapons are not carnal. So we don't preach and teach blocking roads, and so no, we don't need to do that. Why?
Thank you.
When we have the most powerful weapon, it's more powerful than a nuclear bomb. Huh? That is prayer coupled. Prayer, intercession, so that's palal and paga, coupled with the omer or the davar, the word of God, the logos. There's no more powerful weapon than that, friends. Pale green horse is sweeping the globe. The gunmen lived in Sydney suburb, and what they did was to rent Airbnb closer to the beach. And of course, they were there until a few weeks ago when they moved closer to the scene of the attack, and they wreaked havoc. Yes, literal havoc. You can read the story, which is there online, and all over,
Tragic.
you will get even more details.
Tragic.
Wake up, Jamaica. Wake up, Jamaica. And especially the people of God. Satan is determined to advance his agenda globally. So 2 gunmen.
Wow.
You better record it. Talking about conspiracy theories. Listen and listen well. Another story. We have been warning against it. We have been warning against fertility treatment and artificial insemination, in vitro semen. We have been warning because right now they are having a major problem globally. There is one particular incident where one man, right? Sperm coming from him, and pardon my sort of graphic language there, I could maybe say spermatozoa or the seed, right? And he has over 300 children globally, 300 offspring.
What?
That one man, they were able recently, as they are tracking it, over 300. No, don't you realize you are making a mockery of the divine design?
Of course.
One man, right? Quote unquote, having over 300 children scattered all over globally.
Wow.
Don't you realize you're making a mockery of the divine design?
Yo, they are going, yo, them a violate God, you know? Yo, them a violate God, wicked. One man. Imagine, yo, that can be weaponized, you know? That can be weaponized, you know? That is a war tool, you know? One man. Sperm being used to impregnate and have 300 kids. What do you think that does to our population? Incest. Wow. One man.
A mockery of the human race?
Wow.
Huh? And do you think that we are going to get away? Do you think that we're going to get away?
Nope.
But that's for another story. Let's get back to the point. Let's get back to the point. So they are now bioengineering, geoengineering and bioengineering, but we are focusing on the bioengineering, not just through the through GMOs, to attack the fertility of men and women, so that a certain race or ethnic group, they target them and they are not able to reproduce, right? To bring forth offspring. So that over time they hope that the population globally of that ethnic group would be dramatically decreased. Climate change is under climate change. Under climate change, where the central bank digital currency would be advanced, so that you will be monitored when you go to the supermarket. And I want you to listen. So you're talking about climate change, where your so-called carbon footprint is tracked. And what does that mean? Carbon footprint? Well, what you buy. So everyone would be given a quota each week or each month. And you can call me conspiracy theory, right? Theorists. Tell me one thing that we have said on this platform already that has to come to pass, a number of changes. And it is going to come to pass, watch, and you will see. You better record it. You better record it. Talking about conspiracy theories. Listen and listen well. So now, this tracking of your digital or your carbon footprint. So imagine you go to supermarket or wherever you're going to buy your stuff. And it has to be supermarket, because if they have their way, there would be no Coronation Market. There would be no Papine Market. There would be no Spanish Town Market. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. So that only monopolies,
Wealthy.
the elites,
Hey, that word came up. I was watching Andre. Shout out to Andre. I was watching Andre earlier on Partner Jar TV, and he was speaking about a particular situation in regards to marijuana. And I mentioned that word monopoly. Here we go again. And that's literally what is the goal. The one world order is a monopoly of government. Thank you so much, Susie. Thank you. Yeah, man, respect every time. Every time. Much they are trying to. Thank you, Susie. Thank you. I want to encourage you guys to subscribe and support the platform here. And big up my first subscriber, Decade. Yes. Big up Decade. Yes. Yeah, exactly, Susie. Exactly. Real talk. Susie won. Big up yourself. Oh. Yeah.
Would now control food production and food supply.
Distribution, yeah.
They are the ones who will own these supermarkets, these mega chains and so on. The little small man out there would no longer be able to do that, because remember now, agriculture and so on would be taken away from them in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
You better record it. Talking about conspiracy theories. Listen and listen well. Another story. We have been warning against it. We have been warning against fertility treatment.
Well, yes, Susie, you untapped Andrew since 2011. Really? So you realized who Andrew Honest was from 2011? Oh, what do you mean by that? Then tape him again in 2015. Oh, United Nations. Oh, you went tapped him. I got you. I understand. Yeah, the 2030 agenda. Yeah, I got you. That's why he's the champion boy. Interesting choice of words. I think there's an actual comic about. Wait a minute. Wait. Sometimes my brain work. I don't want to say that out loud with me, I think. Go on there. I think it's Hellboy. Hellboy. I think it's Hellboy. Hellboy. I think that's the name of the character. Hellboy. Yep. And Jonas remind me of Hellboy. That just came to me out. Yep. That came to me out. Yep. This is who Andrew Jonas remind me of. I think we have to go watch back those movie clips. Wow. Wow. Oh! You guys remember this?
Free at last. A man released from prison after 50 years without trial in Jamaica. George Williams.
Can't say it. Thank the Lord.
This was when George Williams was free.
Today I can say it. Thank the Lord. My brother is out.
Aldrin Jones, brother of George Williams, said, thank the Lord his brother is out of prison.
And boy, the journey will be hard, but I'm prepared for it.
This is certainly what I like to call swift justice, and so I'm very happy to know that all of this happened in 7 days. Certainly in a perfect society, you could appreciate that this is what we want for our justice system. And so I would just implore all and plead to all defense attorneys that there are many of our brothers and sisters still in there, and we need to be able to assist them like we did for George.
It's just the beginning. We have plenty more, and we are committed to try to. We got some funds, and we got the attorney, we got the psychiatrist, and I am ready to go for the all of them one by one until I will make sure that mentally ill are not locked in prison.
I think one of the
Yo, me say, when I watch that video, and you see George Williams come out of prison and you see man go so. And you look upon the man's face, yo, you can see the hardship of being in prison all over the man's face. Let me tell you, say, the government, yo, different, bro. If you really look fake, try fake, and pay that virgin at every single dollar. You shouldn't all take so long. You shouldn't wait till all. You should have paid them already. Yeah, man. Should have get at least half my money already. I'm going to appeal and want to give you 6 million, you know?
Conceptions we have about persons with mental illness is that their functional state is permanent and that they cannot leave. So Williams has been on medication and is consistently being treated through the correctional services, so I must applaud him for that. And certainly that his mental facets have improved since 1970 when he was incarcerated on a psychotic state. And he has shown significant improvement. He does have some persistent psychotic symptoms, but they do not impair his ability to either engage or understand what's going on. And I say that's one of the issues that we have to deal. But the reality is that what we all agree on is that the best place for Mr. Williams is for him to be at home with his relatives and for his treatment to be provided in the least restrictive environment. And I think that's what happened to here today, and I think that's a wonderful thing.
I'm feeling so elated right now. After 50 years, and he's finally free. You know, words can't even explain how I'm feeling right now. I'm really, really grateful. Thanks to Jamaica stand-up group, Mr. Buchanan and his team. He did a very great job in such a short time. And I hope for the rest of inmates that is in there incarcerated just the same time like Mr. George Williams, I hope justice will be served in the short space of time that justice has been served to my uncle, George Williams.
Man, listen, bro. Yo.
Welcome back to Primetime News.
Special welcome to viewers on OneSpotMedia.com as well as TVJ International in the Cayman Islands.
Up first this evening, the Supreme Court has ordered the government to fork out over $100 million in damages to George Williams, a man who spent half a century in custody without trial.
Supreme Court Judge Sonia Wint Blair ruled that Mr. Williams' right to due process and a fair hearing within a reasonable time were breached.
And at least one human rights group is describing the situation as a gross miscarriage of justice.
Ramarda Lyons reports.
$120 million in damages, the amount the Supreme Court has ordered the government to pay over to George Williams, a mentally ill man who spent 50 years in custody without a trial. $78.6 million for compensatory damages and $42 million for vindicatory damages. The judgment was handed down Thursday in a wrongful imprisonment lawsuit filed by Mr. Williams' attorney, John Clark. Mr. Williams was released 5 years ago, and his family sought compensation from the government. The government, at the time, offered to pay Mr. Williams $6 million. It was rejected by his family. Human rights organization Stand Up for Jamaica says Mr. Williams' case highlights ongoing systematic issues within Jamaica's criminal justice system, particularly for mentally ill individuals who remain incarcerated without sentencing for decades. It adds that the fact that Mr. Williams had to wait 50 years to have his day in court is a gross miscarriage of justice, and that over 90% of mentally ill individuals have been incarcerated for over 20 years for petty crimes, languishing in conditions that exacerbate their mental health conditions. Attorney at law John Clark spoke with our news center after the judgment.
And I hope that this judgment will be examined carefully by the state, because while we are speaking now, there are other persons who are similarly circumstanced, like Mr. Williams, who are in custody because they are unfit to plea, and one would hope that the state would examine that mechanism to see how constitutional it can be and to ensure that less intrusive methodology can be utilized apart from a prison to detain persons who are unfit to plea.
Stand Up for Jamaica is calling the ordered payout to Mr. Williams a victory at last, but the sobering admission from his attorney.
The sum that Mr. Williams received or is ordered to receive of $120 million. You cannot give him back his 50 years in custody, but if it will go a far way in alleviating some of his financial concerns in the sunset of his years.
Mr. Williams was arrested on October 28, 1970, and charged with the offense of murder. Now, upon his arraignment on March 25, 1971, the issue of his fitness to plea was tried by a jury who found him unfit. He was released from prison on July 24, 2020. Romarda Lyons, TVJ News.
$1970. Wow. $1970. Virgin. The man them really appeal this a decision. You can't want a wicked government than this, brother. The man them just take a case, brother. This is how we need to just bring in light to the situation. Listen to this.
My brother, you see, he was the second one in line of here. And he was living in Kingston for a little while and returned home. While he returned home, he was here for about a day or two, and he went away, so he was going to look Tuesday. Yes. The next thing we heard is that he committed a crime. And my mother and I was here, and she took me and run to go to a neighbor. And the next thing we saw was the police. My mother talked to the police, and the police left. In the evening, my brother returned home. And after he was here, a crowd of men came and they were speaking to him. And then I hear, "Don't move." And they run him down and the police caught him. And from that time, my mother was searching for him for over 3 years and didn't know where he was. Until she got some message, I think this from the MP at that time, that he was in Spanish Town District Prison. Mm-hmm. I can remember when he returned from Kingston, that evening. I was walking behind him as a bigger brother come from town, and he went down the bottom there.
People in 1970 we are talking about, one different time in Jamaica, when the police wickedness and the way they look on black people and the way they look on Rasta, You understand what I deal with? So the man them run him down, catch him, and they never inform his mother where him there. 3 years after, when you see trauma where family go through, and this a wicked government here. Right now I say, yo, why me don't know, hey, you know me look back on the story and me look on the details, it piss me off, It make me get angry, bro. Make my spirit I get angry. Yeah man, you must dead. You must dead. Okay. Now worry yourself, my friend. You see pattern, you see style. Yeah man. Mice are come from out the door. And I come through right there, so where you usually open. That little place, they make it like a villa, you know. You can sit there. So then, okay, know yourself, man. Hey, what yo? Murder, she wrote. We see pattern and we see style, man. I don't know if we're not there for you, so you're searching. You buck up in there. Oh, alright, and I just say I come from your freak. And he persistent thing. No, rat. Oh, you're so bad. Chew me up on my life. I don't want much of a place. I'm mother asleep. I don't want. But I from I do where I come from now. I saw him fine and small. I think can creep out of this. Hey, rat dangerous, you know? Rat I come from the veranda. Come under the door. He can't go under that door. There kind of space not under that door there. So in okay. When me done my life, man. Nobody make me make up my mind to kill her. Trouble. Remember me tell her that. But the more me hear about that story, ladies and gentlemen, and the more me get from me yo, that family should have sued the government. It's like how the government are trying to take the money from George Williams. The family, if you sue the government now, for the trauma what them go through, you know. If you see them loved one go through that, you know. Their mother died of a broken heart, you know. These are the arguments that you are making as a lawyer, you know. Yeah, the family needs to be compensated, and now they want to put them through further trauma, wanting to take away the award. Off. Mother counter sue them. Yeah, man, mother counter sue the government, man. And not even for them money. For we money. Our tax dollars. Much money unaccounted for. No receipt, no documentation. But you know, you need some money. The money.
And I saw him just drop a cocoa and start eating raw cocoa. But that was smart, so I didn't have nothing say he was insane. So anywhere goes that evening I was just fine because my bigger brother came from town.
So you're saying that he had a bit of mental
Yeah, he had a bit of mental problem, but I was smart to really notice that.
How you feel now about your brother being locked away for 5 decades?
Well, to tell you the truth, I look on it as an injustice on the state. First of all, that's the way I look on it. Because I don't believe that should really happen to a person. I think he should be brought to trial from a very long time.
Yes.
And one of the things that stir me most, I brought it to the knowledge of the institution from 16 years ago.
Yes.
That was 2004. And the result that I get at that time is that I left from road, coming to inside the institution to take out a brother. So they transferred me. I was in the institution also.
And you saw your brother
Yes, I was the one that brought him 2004 to the human rights lawyers and to Dr. Leverage, the psychiatrist at that time. And he passed him fit to plea from 2004.
You think that it's now fair time for your brother to be released?
More than fair time. More than fair time. More than that. More than fair time. I witnessed in the court people get 1 year for murder. And they did 8 months in prison and come out.
And even before,
so this is more than time.
And you're saying especially the fact that he has had mental issues.
Yes, if the state was concerned about such type of people, he would be out very long time. Because my brother got sober very long time, 120 years now my brother sober.
growing up, and his mother, which is my grandmother, She was always talking about her son, George Williams, to get him out of prison. So at a certain age where my grandmother could carry me to a certain institution where she always been searching for answers. And she would go to all the organizations, asking people questions, what can she do to get her son out of prison? And there was no answers forthcoming. And I know that part of that caused her death, because she always saying that she don't think she will live to see her son come out of prison.
Lady, please sue the government. Please sue the government. Me know say lady died from a broken heart, you know? It is automatic. And she believes her son innocent. And she searched for her son for 3 years. She love her pitney. Hear the blurt now, her grandmother, oh God.
I know that part of that caused her death, because she always saying that she don't think she will live to see her son come out of prison. And you know, she talk a lot about George. When I could go with her, when I reached the age of consent, she always took me to prison to go and visit him.
Wow.
And then after she died, I go by myself and give him visit also. So, you know, it was always a sad situation, seeing him there in the prison for so long. And it's like nobody cares. The justice system is just like a shackle. Because I've went to Nancy Anderson on several occasions, nothing coming. I went to a lawyer, and we did an interview, me and my uncle Aldwin Jones also, and nothing forthcoming. It was like a 50-50 chance, she told us.
Okay.
Understand? So we have tried. Been to all different type of people.
What kind of lawyer them there? 50-50 chance? Isaac go say in a 7 day.
People asking questions but nothing forthcoming. Because of the death of Noel Chambers, my uncle is recognized. Because if Noel Chambers didn't die the way he died, it's just a sad situation, but George Williams wouldn't be recognized at this time, and looking forward to see him very soon.
Wow. Wow. And then this happened.
Hello, I'm Neville Graham. The Supreme Court has ordered the government to pay over $120 million in damages to George Williams, the mentally ill man who spent 50 years in custody without a trial. The National Environment and Planning Agency, Inco Group Limited, in connection with the 2023 pollution incident in the Rio Cobre, Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula Llewellyn, said a review of the case file revealed that a number of critical evidentiary ingredients were missing. But NEPA says its understanding is that the law requires it only to show that a substance was discharged in water containing fish. A policeman reportedly shot and killed his spouse before turning the gun on himself in a suicide attempt in St. Mary last night. In sports, Reggae Boys coach.
Yo, you may say. Jamaica repent. As a nation, you know, you have an empress where wish we could have find my car video. Empress they say some things, you know. She talk about Jamaican men and how them treat women. And me feel some type of way, me not tell her like Stafford what I want. But you feel some type of way, but then me I say some Jamaican men, too many Jamaican men. I will admit that, too many. Me not say my thing is, it go both ways. We have to come back to a space where we respect each other and treat each other with respect. You understand what I say? I just feel like we have lost all respect for each other as a people. Honestly, that's where I think we're at. We lose all respect for each other. And that's terrible. It's terrible. We have to, because, bro, man, unalive himself, unalive the girl.
Steve McLaren says his charges were not good enough following the team's exit at the group stage of $120. Forecast of the afternoon to evening, expect mostly cloudy skies and windy conditions.
Welcome back to Primetime News.
Special welcome to viewers on OneSpotMedia.com as well as TVJ International in the Cayman Islands.
Up first this evening, the Supreme Court has ordered the government to fork out over $100 million in damages to George Williams, a man who spent half a century in custody without trial.
Supreme Court Judge Sonia Wint-Blair ruled that Mr. Williams' right to due process and a fair hearing within a reasonable time were breached.
And at least one human rights group is describing the situation as a gross miscarriage of justice.
Ramardo Lyons reports.
$120 million in damages, the amount the Supreme Court has ordered the government to pay over to George Williams, a mentally ill man who spent 50 years in custody without a trial. $78.6 million for compensatory damages and $42 million for vindicatory damages. The judgment was handed down Thursday in a wrongful imprisonment lawsuit filed by Mr. Williams.
Every time I hear the thing, my heart get heavy, brother. And then if you know, say government really decides say they want to challenge this thing and don't pay the money. Gotta watch you, know. Gotta watch you here. Time is short. This a government that need to repent. Too much sin against the people then. Too much sin against God. The Bible says when they have a righteous leader, the people them rejoice. And when you have corrupt leadership, the people them mourn. Or wicked leadership, the people them mourn. Who filed the lawsuit on behalf of George Williams? When they named Stand Up Jamaica, led by Isaac Buchanan, before he became a politician. This case was 5 years ago. He got him free, and then the process went to them seeking compensation, and 5 months ago, the judge, the Supreme Court, ruled him to get 120 million. And they outlined why he deserved it. And this man is here explaining.
Williams' attorney, John Clark. Mr. Williams was released 5 years ago, and his family sought compensation from the government. The government, at the time, offered to pay Mr. Williams $6 million. It was rejected by his family. Human rights organization Stand Up for Jamaica says Mr. Williams' case highlights ongoing systematic issues within Jamaica's criminal justice system, particularly for mentally ill individuals who remain incarcerated without sentencing for decades. It adds that the fact that Mr. Williams had to wait 50 years to have his day in court is a gross miscarriage of justice, and that over 90% of mentally ill individuals have been incarcerated for over 20 years for petty crimes, languishing in conditions that exacerbate their mental health conditions. Attorney at law John Clark spoke with our news center after the judgment.
John Clark.
And I hope that this judgment will be examined carefully by the state, because while we are speaking now, there are other persons who are similarly circumstanced, like Mr. Williams, who are in custody because they're unfit to plea, and one would hope that the state would examine that mechanism to see how constitutional it can be and to ensure that less intrusive methodology can be utilized apart from a prison to detain persons who are unfit to plea.
Stand Up for Jamaica is calling the ordered payout to Mr. Williams a victory at last, but the sobering admission from his attorney.
The sum that Mr. Williams received or is ordered to receive of $120 million, it cannot give him back his 50 years in custody.
Exactly.
But it will go a far way in alleviating some of his financial concerns.
This man has good emotional intelligence. No wonder he's on the side of Mr. George Williams. John Clark, you want to say you can't give back the man the 50 years in that prison. You can't give him back those years. The little money we him getting even enough, and we have the government I look for not looking to, literally appealing the money. The ruling. Oral Tracey come right out upon them in that night. He make me do that like I say, oh, John. And then I look back on the video them from 5 years ago with him bridging, him brother, and them I talk about the case. So from 2004, him brother. Watch me here. Look on. You hide behind the corner. I'll get right out. You will stay there. Anyway, this racket very persistent. You come on like this and you climb up on the other side, drop down. But you have to go fix that problem there. And then window there. All I want is stiff, it have to go lock at night time. You know them window there? Them old window there were elongated. You know them villa type style there. And then lock down like so and open them board long time mechanism there. Yeah man. I go fix it, man. I go fix it. I go fix it. Now me know where them a walk go. See me again. Yeah, run. Till they say I got the thing a joke. You watch. You go dead, brother. No. Now make you escape. People, I end the life. I've been on here 2.5 hours, yeah man. But you have the time to chat politics. Can't get rid of the rat. Oh God, let me delete this person. Oh, this is real life here. This is real life. Previously never had this issue. This is a new issue that just happened. Yes. The rat is coming from outside. You're going like you live at Jamaica. Can't stay there. Once you live anywhere where other people are doing any type of, you have garbage pile up and everything. Hold on there. You have a problem with me and talk politics. Hold on there. Because we can be honest about a mice coming from outside when we just discover I enter under the door this big old house, right? And because the window low, all type of thing, you have a problem with me. So me not to talk politics. Because we live in our real world where rat they bought the place and they can come through your window and they can come through your door when they door home. Me not to talk politics. Because of that. Me not to talk politics because of that. Huh? I must talk politics because I live in a real world where rats will come through your door, under your door. I want to look at my see, you know, under the door not even have no eye about this space under the door. And that was the rat I come under. I put things in my door, Because we never have that issue before. This is a new issue. So now I know the issue. And unlike the JLP government that is slow to react, by the time we end this life, this rat might be dead. Just go to our Archangel. I'm not going to play for you. For those who just come in, I'm going to play for you. I'm going to play the oral Tracey for you. See that.
So you two probably the Maverick in this piece one more time. Still with the best and most credible opinion, you know. Still fair and fearless analysis. I'm going to talk about the experience of a Jamaican citizen named George Williams today. Your name sound basic and common. George Williams. You know have the name of the 21 family or that kind of name there. Very basic. You don't get more Jamaican than George Williams. Now this is a man, he's a 79-year-old. And he spent 50 years out of that 79 years in the Jamaican prison system awaiting trial. He have a niece who sued the state for, unlawfully have the man in jail for 50 years. And she get the government awarded George Williams 120 million Jamaican dollars. What's another hurtful thing? In a wicked Jamaican state, they are now 120 million Jamaican dollars. What's another hurtful thing? In a wicked Jamaican state, they are now channeling the award. Based on the technical, because you know what so lawyers argue, but the lawyer representing the government is arguing that Mr. George Williams I get too much money to spend 50 years in a prison awaiting a trial. The man is now mentally disabled. Man look shaky, look like him can't walk. And the insult not done yet. The Jamaican government, them make a counter offer. Appealing to the $120 million too much. Them offer the man $6 million Jamaican dollars. That's how the legal team of the government offer the man to spend 50 years in a Jamaican prison. Now, when the Maverick come here and burn government, the political tribalists them jump out and say, Maverick, you fight against this and you fight against that. Eh? But what a wicked, uncaring, corrupt system we have. Eh? The man spent 50 years of his life in a prison awaiting trial now. If you crime, we don't know if him committed. And this judge, when him look on the case, thank God for the man needs, This judge, when him look on the case, said, no man, what was done to this man is unconscionable. We cannot compensate this man for 50 years of life in a prison. But we are giving him $120 million. Make him enjoy the rest of his days. And maybe some children them can reap some benefits. But here comes the government representative now, saying the $120 million too much. $6 million we are offering. We can work out $6 million. Share up over 50 years. I think we calculate it. And it comes to something like $10,000 a month. For the 50 year with the man they are prison. That's how the Jamaican corrupt, dirty system value the average Jamaican. And them are the same average Jamaican with them kind of name, George Williams. It's them same Jamaican there. Run up and down behind politicians and drink them boot water and lick off them bootstrap. Yeah? The other day, I did a black. Because somewhere the other day, I never talk away. And I did a reason. There's some bridge in there. And I see a man come over to me. You know what I'm saying? Call out my name and say, a long time I want to see you, So I stretch out my hand to shake him hand. Because you don't know. Enough time people running on the Maverick Night Street and when them come across like that, we just give them a handshake and say, yeah, bless up. The man said, no, we don't want to shake your hand. Long time you fight against my government, you can't stop my government and you can't stop my government. I don't know his name, but he can bet you him have a name similar to George Williams. And if the system hold him, same thing will reach George Williams and will reach him.
Exactly.
There must be some superior authority. We should have looked on this case and said, no, government don't bother appeal.
Exactly.
That kind of mistake, if it was a mistake, should not be made against any Jamaican citizen.
Yes.
But the heartless government have the gall to appeal the award of $120 million, which is not excessive, you know. Because I don't know how you value 50 years of a man's life. How you value the suffering of a man 50 years. And up a Pegasus in there. And up a AC hotel in there. And I don't have Iberia Star, I don't have man to go be the man there. And the dirty Jamaican dungeon prison, the man there, for 50 years.
Yep.
When we read the story, the man said, them quote the man as saying, every morning him wake up, him pray to God, say him get released from hell. That the man said.
True.
And our government representative, our government attorneys, I look on the man and say, no man, $120 million too much. You forget 6 million Jamaican worthless pot down dollars. For 50 years of life in a prison. And as we say, this is how the state treat the common Jamaican. If you may have a different kind of name, you know, different kind of name and probably a different complexion and a different home address.
Yes.
He wouldn't be treated this way, you know?
No.
You think he would have? He say, if you follow the PR of governments in Jamaica, people that think that them kind of thing don't happen in Jamaica again, you know. But it's when you live in Jamaica and you know the nitty-gritty of how Jamaica full of classism, you don't understand how deep an issue like this cut to the heart of several Jamaicans who are not tribalists.
So, go to is Oral Tracey Maverick on YouTube. Alright. So the man went to prison and he never went to court. He couldn't have mental issues, right? So he couldn't actually defend himself or what do you call it? Oh man, sorry, hold on.
The offer. Appealing to the $120 million too much. I get too much money. They spend 50 million Jamaican dollars. What's another the hurtful thing? In a wicked Jamaican state, they are now channeling the award. Based on technically, because you know what's up? Lawyers argue, but the lawyer representing the government is arguing that Mr. George Williams I get too much money. They spend 50 years in a prison awaiting a trial. The man is now mentally disabled.
Unbelievable.
Man look shaky, look like him can't walk.
That's true.
And the insult not done yet. The Jamaican government, them I make a counter offer. Appealing to the $120 million too much. Them offer the man $6 million Jamaican dollars. That's how the legal team of the government offer the man. He spent 50 years in a Jamaican prison. Now, when the Maverick come here and burn government, the political tribalists them jump out and say, Maverick, you fight against this and you fight against that. But what a wicked, uncaring, corrupt system we have. The man spent 50 years of his life in a prison awaiting trial. No? If you have crime, we don't know if him committed. No?
Yeah, awaiting trial.
And this judge, when him look on the case, thank God for the man needs, you know. This judge, when him look on the case, said, no man, what was done to this man is unconscionable. We cannot compensate this man for 50 years of life in a prison. But we are giving him $120 million. Make him enjoy the rest of his days. And maybe some of my children them can reap some benefits. But here come the government representative now, saying the $120 million too much. $6 million we are offering. We can work out $6 million. Share up over 50 years. I think we calculate it.
$10,000.
And it comes to something like $10,000 a month for the 50 year with the man there. That are how
Truth is strongest,
the Jamaican corrupt, dirty system value the average Jamaican. And them are the same average.
Oh, you just learn about the money? Yeah, man. 5 months ago, the judge declared that them for pay him 120 million. Yeah, man. But the part I don't want here, I'm not here.
Welcome back to Primetime News.
Special welcome to...
Was released 5 years ago, and his family sought compensation from the government. The government at the time offered to pay Mr. Williams $6 million. It was rejected by his family. Human rights organization Stand Up for Jamaica says Mr. Williams' case highlights ongoing systematic issues within Jamaica's criminal justice system, particularly for mentally ill individuals who remain incarcerated without sentencing for decades. It adds that the fact that Mr. Williams had to wait 50 years to have his day in court is a gross miscarriage of justice, and that over 90% of mentally ill individuals have been incarcerated for over 20 years for petty crimes, languishing in conditions that exacerbate their mental health conditions. Attorney at law John Clark spoke with our news center after the judgment.
And I hope that this judgment will be examined carefully by the state, because while we are speaking now, there are other persons who are similarly circumstanced, like Mr. Williams, who are in custody because they are unfit to plea, and one would hope that the state would examine that mechanism to see how constitutional it can be, and to ensure that less intrusive methodology can be utilized apart from a prison to detain persons who are unfit to plea.
Stand Up for Jamaica is calling the ordered payout to Mr. Williams a victory at last, but the sobering admission from his attorney.
The sum that Mr. Williams received or is ordered to receive of $120 million. It cannot give him back his 50 years in custody, but it will go a far way in alleviating some of his financial concerns in the sunset of his years.
Mr. Williams was arrested on October 28, 1970, and charged with the offense of murder. Now, upon his arraignment on March 25, 1971, the issue of his fitness to plea was tried by a jury who...
That part, he was unfit to plea. That part, that's significant. He was unfit to plea because of his mental illness. And that helped him in having him there for all this time. Unfit to plea. That's the terminology I was looking for. Unfit to plea.
Found him unfit. He was released from prison on July 24, 2020. Romarda Lyons, TVJ News.
Isaac Buchanan was the lawyer then. (2020). It's sad, ladies and gentlemen. The government said, no man, 120 million is too much for you. You know? I agree with Oral Tracey. This is classism. This is Jamaica. This is the old, classism of slavery times, rearing its ugly head on the country. That's what I would say. Yeah. True. Because certain names, obviously, this would not have happened to, even if their family was George Williams, because he was a part of their family, he would have not been in jail for 50 years because he couldn't plea, he wasn't fit to plea, and he just get lost in the system and just did it for 50 years. Mental issues getting worse. Yeah, the slave get too much according to them. And you know, JLP government are like Rasta already. From day one. No what issue with the image of Rasta, everything about Rasta. From day one. See them I deal with. So yeah, that. I never knew. See, that's why sometimes It's good to do these things, and follow your mind, because I never knew that so many people were unaware about the situation with George Williams. I never know that you guys were unaware about George Williams' situation. Yeah, so George Williams, government has appealed the decision by the judge. And I have come to the conclusion that the wickedness and evil that is this government is quite deep rooted. It's not on the surface level alone. They really have shown their asses in this one. They went to the lowest of the low that they could go as a government with this one. Yeah, man. Them outdo themselves. Terrible. That's just my opinion, anyway. I know a lot of people upset. Not a lot, but the liberals that come over here upset when they give their opinion. Yeah, no Jamaican should be supporting this. That's why I say if I was the lawyer, I wouldn't be a part of this, what the government is doing. They would have to fire me. Yeah, he wasn't sentenced, then lock him up. Never went to court. That's the point. The man was just there waiting sentencing. That for 50 years, that is wild. That's gross. Horrible, man. They need for the better. They need for hold himself to a better stuff.
Very homeless. Yeah, put it back. Put it back.
Tell me what you right. Mr. Say place there.
And then we have this bus issue, right? Investigation. I want to hear more about it. The school bus allegedly Pitney was pushed off. Listen to the people in a Parity. Parity Sentinel. Listen to this, trying to observe.
Your loved one's final resting place has been disturbed.
Yeah.
And this was your house.
Yes.
Do you plan on rebuilding here or are you want to leave?
No, I'm going to leave from here. I'm going to leave.
I was just talking to
my wife.
Your wife? And she doesn't want to leave. She said she wanted to look and see what can be done first.
I don't think I ever look here. I plan my mind to leave from here. I plan to leave from here.
How many graves were there?
I think 5. One is...
So, the storm disturbed the grave of his family. So the man say, yo, I plan to left here and his wife no want to live. Usually that is the emotion, the woman she no want to live. But sometimes the man have to just leave, bro. They need to leave. They need to leave. The Rasta get blamed for all of something. You talk about 1970. Come on, man. Everything a Rasta fault. But in 2020 and 2025, under Jamaica Labour Party, that has done so much against Rasta. Again, they got it wrong. These guys cannot help themselves. They keep shooting themselves in the foot, bro. While walking on the foot, they already get shot and they shot themselves again. I don't know what to tell you.
It's my daughter.
And the others ex-settlement members of the family?
Yeah.
Those are some graves over there?
Yes.
Those are your relatives as well?
My daughter, my mother, my sister, and nephew.
Yo, so the water cut through the land where them dig them grave? Damn. Yo, a serious thing, isn't it? Don't a party St. Elizabeth no good, brother. But glad to I get some notification from mainstream media though. See the Gleaner just put out this was when? 8 hours ago. So again, the government response to this. If they had done proper assessments from early, these people would have been evacuated. There's not even a question that they should be evacuated, to be honest with you. This is where you make an executive decision to protect the welfare of the people. Because graves being opened up in water, second water, farm. This is all types of man-made disaster waiting to happen. All types. It's a hiding. I want to see him again. But the place where I want to go and block you off.
So has the health department anybody come to check on the area here in terms of like the grave and everything?
Well, I hear that somebody come here.
And did what? I said what?
No, then like them say then go and take up the grave them from here. Move them from here.
But they haven't done that yet.
I wasn't hearing because when I leave and go to the shelter, my foot kind of get a little stroke. So I end up at Mandeville Hospital. I come back right now on the scene. First I come back here. Yeah, and see my house gone. Yeah, man, just like that.
Wow. Rubbling?
This street that I'm looking at was your house.
Devastating.
What do you plan to do going forward now? Do you want to rebuild here or are you planning on leaving the area?
I'm not leaving. Later on, I'm going to see how we stay. That's if I can build on it. But I'm not move from the area right now. See, I'm born and grow.
All them from the team said, Miss, I'm traumatized. Because the stand has covered the houses and persons are proposing to rebuild. Are we going to be assessing the same people next year, or will the sea take them in next year? What are the options for them? Is anything, are there any plans for these persons? While they say to the team that next year when the hurricane comes from them here home, they're gone. But I don't think that's the solution because they would have already constructed or repaired their living situation, you know.
I am happy that the assessment is ongoing. We are able to detect all the issues. So now that we will have identified these issues, we will have to sit at the table and formulate a strategy as to how best to deal with those vulnerable areas.
Your loved ones find a resting.
So when you hear that, when you hear this side of the victim, and when you hear this side of the individuals that are in the government. And the lady her name, Parish Manager of the Ministry of Labour in St. Elizabeth, Michelle Senior, and other people. She's asking some very important questions. Will these people be the same people that is going to be victims next year of another major disaster? Because them they're right there, sir. And you know, say climate change is real, so what would stop that from happening? These storms are coming more frequently and regular. And even if a category 5 don't come, if we have a system that has a lot of water in the clouds, what would it mean for that area? You know, so I tell you, parity. St. Elizabeth. It's serious. I don't even know what this is, but it's like must police them, man. You know what? At 4:30 almost, man. I can go on bed. Me if you get a little rest and wake up and get pan this again. I don't know, maybe in the afternoon. Wow. So much happening. So much happening. Big up this young lady, shy student becomes regional standout. Amelia McKnight has achieved regional and national success in subject. She admits her family had neither the skills nor resources to fully practice budgeting. Her 9th placed region finish in family and resource management in the Caribbean secondary education circuit examination has brought joy to Old Hall High School. Wow, through the challenges, so very happy for this young lady, and I hope that she fulfills the purpose that God has for her life. Jamaica. Karen said, Bolo, you don't sleep. Well, obviously, I've been on here for hours. I haven't slept. I sleep, you know. That's why on calls again. I really don't have the time. I don't have any time for myself. I try to get away. I try to get into my own quiet space. But I really have to find some time for myself. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Look at one people. I've got my bed. This right here. Just look at mice. Look at mini mice. By tomorrow, you get catch. Because me and them now living there, they can't come from out the door, come invade my house. Now living in a house with no rat, you know. No, man. Can't work. Right now, I'm mad for hunting them and dig them in the hole I can't let them members. Yeah, right now, too. Tell her that. Ain't hot. You understand? I don't want to wake up my mother asleep. That's my only problem. Alright, I get to here. I'm gonna get to him. And no, I know where this is. I know where you're walking, so. Just I go put the trap right there, so. I forget right now. No joke about it. People, the world is love here, look on. TikTok, bless up on yourself. I'm just hook me up on TikTok. Karen, Decade, Susie Wong, Valerie again, big up Valerie, Miracle Wright, Aitan, Junior Clark, Mary Makiba, Walcott, Frederick Pinnock, Dre Stinger, Nikki Garnett, Mel, User, hold up a number, what got that, and yeah man, big up yourself. Out. Big up phone yourself. On Bolo VNR 2.2. Big up, become more 3 hour flat. Big up. Big up yourself, Bolo VNR clips. Big up.